Don in London, hello. It's October 24th, 2009. My video is all about recovery from addiction to either substance or behaviour. My substance, alcohol; my behaviour, cross-addicted, workaholic, relationshipaholic, you name it. Any ism that is possible, I guess I could have indulged in. But for me, I'm glad I stuck with alcohol as my primary addiction. I know that there are more difficult ones out there probably, but addiction is addiction, and it doesn't matter what it is. Trying to deal with it on a daily basis is probably the only way. And what I've learned over the years is we deal with life on a daily basis. We live in the moment of now, if we're lucky. We don't dwell too much on the history that we've come from. We sort it out, understand it, don't shut the door on it, make use of the wisdom we've learned, and utilise it in this ever-present moment of now. And it also helps us make good choices in the day, and also firm up some plans maybe for our future. But we need to live in the here and now, in the present, which helps us understand what is possible, what is not possible. So AA helps me on a daily basis. I share the AA Preamble or Statement of Intent here, so you know what I'm talking about. And it's also part of my daily reflection and meditation, just to slow me down into understanding this one day, this absolute one day we have. So here is the preamble, and it goes like this. Alcoholics Anonymous is a fellowship of men and women who share their experience, strength and hope with each other, that they may solve their common problem and help others to recover from alcoholism. The only requirement for membership is a desire to stop drinking. There are no dues or fees for AA membership. We are self-supporting through our own contributions. AA is not allied with any sect, denomination, politics, organisation or institution, does not wish to engage in any controversy, neither endorses nor opposes any causes. Our primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics to achieve sobriety. And the gift of that is, whilst it's only got one primary purpose, that is about sobriety, we are all unique, authentic people, and we're all on our own individual path. So there's no cloning, there's no robots, we are all different. And the gift is we have the fellowship is full of diverse, unique, authentic people who work out how to live one day at a time. And it's really important. It's about how to love others, how to be loved back, and have something useful to do. And AA is not exclusive. It's there for anybody or everybody. And the gift is, if we find sobriety, then we can make the rest of life work. So we can be involved in family, community, society. And the gift is that we are part of the family, community and society which is right for us. And we make choices around that. And it's not exclusive. So AA helps people make life work with family or without family, with community, with society, as best is possible, given where everybody else is. So sometimes it might seem like that we don't necessarily connect with all the people we used to in the same way. That we're not controllable in the same way that we used to be. You know, happy drunks are very easy to manipulate, and it's only when it gets out of hand that we find that there is some problem. So what does it do? AA gives us back our choices. It also means that we choose a path which is right, and it includes everyone and everybody who we need to include, love, be loved back from, and find our use in life. So there we go, bit of that. And it's important for me to say that because often it may seem that AA is a closed society, and it's not. It's simply a fellowship. So that statement of intent is so important. It's all about sobriety, and then the rest of life can work. And I share the literature of AA here from Daily Reflections, and As Bill Sees It, and other books as well, if it seems appropriate. And I went to a meeting this morning early, as I was doing the chair, at a place called St Ethelreda's in Fulham, and I managed to find more than one church. Asked a postman, and he directed me to the wrong church, and I only just got there in time. So sometimes when we set out with the best of intent, something happens, and we have to make alternative plans, like find out from somebody else where the meeting is. Life is like that, and it's how we deal with those ups and downs. And I know in the past, if I'd been trying to get to a meeting where I wasn't sure of the address, I would be fretting and stressed by it. But these days I just ring up and ask, how far away is it compared to where I am? And it wasn't that far, so no harm done. Anyway, London, rainy, cloudy, all the sort of things which can give you sad feelings, if you like. No sunshine, no blue skies. Depends on your outlook, I guess. But mine's okay at the moment. Just a bit tired, and I've done a lot of chairs recently, so I need to be careful I don't burn out and become repetitive or just do them as if I was a robot. That would never do. And so I think the same principle applies here. Daily readings, keep it in the moment. It is in the moment. We live in the moment. That's the most important thing. And everything's evolving. For October 24th, it says here, by faith and by works. On the anvils of experience, the structure of our society was hammered out. Thus it has been with AA. By faith and by works, we have been able to build upon the lessons of an incredible experience. They live today in the 12 traditions of Alcoholics Anonymous, which, God willing, shall sustain us in unity for so long as He may need us. And that's from Tradition 1. Although it says here 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 131, but I think I read it earlier in that. God has allowed me the right to be wrong in order for our fellowship to exist as it does today. If I place God's will first in my life, it is very likely that AA, as I know it today, will remain as it is. And my experience is that AA is evolving, actually, as people evolve and the society evolves and communities evolve, and actually understand that addiction is a real problem, and that there are a lot of people out there who never make it into recovery. Yes, I do believe the 12 traditions are pretty darn good as they are. I mean, we're never going to agree completely with everything, or we would make no progress. If we just accepted everything as it is, then we might just become static and stagnant. So I do believe that everything is organic, and AA is growing as the world is growing, and is following where civilization is going. More open, more willing, more honest, I hope. That's my hope, and it's a daily hope. Anyway, as Bill sees it for today, it says maudlin martyrdom on page 238. Self-pity is one of the most unhappy and consuming defects that we know. It is a bar to all spiritual progress and can cut off all effective communication with our fellows because of its inordinate demands for attention and sympathy. It is a maudlin form of martyrdom which we can ill afford. The remedy? Well, let's have a hard look at ourselves, and a still harder one at AA's 12 steps to recovery. When we saw how many of our fellow AAs have used the steps to transcend great pain and adversity, we shall be inspired to try these life-giving principles for ourselves. And I have, and I do, and I relish the 12 steps of changing my attitude and behaviour on a daily basis, and learning from the wisdom of other people. So even though I may do a chair at a meeting, it's what's shared back which is important. And today, from a newcomer and from people in early recovery, I hear the message of what it's like to be learning the steps, and that we can make them into mountains, and we need not. We need bite-sized chunks on a daily basis just to learn and understand a bit more about life. And that's what spiritual is for me. Living in the moment of now, understanding that we get the wisdom from people around us, we learn how to love people, and God is truth for me. God is truth, God works through people, and God is love. How simple is that? And I can make it very complicated. So what helps me on a daily basis is the Serenity Prayer. To God of good conscience. It's so authentic for everyone. God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference is always, for me, just for today.